Hi, this is Poppy, our Italian greyhound. She was born on the 4th of November 2022 in Biel, Switzerland, and today I will tell you a bit about our life together. I am Poppy's mom, Leah, have never had a dog before. I went into the whole dog ownership with absolutely no experience, which made things way harder than they could have been. My partner Vitor always wanted a dog, and when I finally agreed to give it a go, we researched a lot for a breed that would fit our lifestyle and ended up on greyhounds. Since we lived in an apartment and already knew we had to bring her to work and all, we decided to go with the smallest version, which is the Italian greyhound. We first saw Poppy in an online ad and went for a visit at the breeder's house. There we saw our future child. I was so shocked by just how small she actually was. I feel like in pictures and videos the size always appears bigger, but in real life, they are tiny. And Poppy was absolutely wild when we met her. She was jumping, she was biting, running, and she was not stopping for a second. Foreshadowing. She was also the only fawn-colored puppy in her family, and that was the reason she had not been adopted by the time we came around. The breeders actually told us on the day of our visit that we could just take her then and there. That's how desperate they were. But we agreed on taking her a week after, because we naively thought that we would have enough time to prepare and to take some leave of work, and then, a few weeks later, everything would go back to normal. Lol. Nothing could have prepared me for the change in my life that Poppy would bring. Nothing. Our life went from full-on chill and no action to pure, utter chaos. We met so many people with dogs since then, and we watched many videos of people talking about this wholesome experience of having a puppy, and especially Italian greyhounds, which are so calm and sleep all the time. Yeah, let me just say our experience was the complete opposite of that. Poppy was an absolute demon as a puppy. She would not sit still, not for a single second. She would be up for hours and hours on end, making chaos wherever she went. She would stop eating her food sometimes out of nowhere. Then she would not pee or poop outside because it was too cold. Then she would pee inside in the 1 minute that no one was looking at her. She was jumping so much, I was constantly worried she would break her legs. She was untamable. And in the first few months of having Poppy, I swear there was not a single day where I thought that getting a dog was a good idea. I was constantly tired, exhausted, and annoyed by her, and we even paid money for her. But even though it was tough, we tried our best to raise Poppy well. We went to puppy school, and at some point we booked a private dog trainer who helped us so much with calming Poppy down. And week after week, we made improvements to our life. For example, we got a crate or little coats and sweaters for Poppy. We got pee-pee mats for the balcony for the nightly pees. We got a travel backpack, and so on. I still had to commute to work when we got Poppy, so we had to organize a dog daycare that would take her. And I had to travel with her to work 2 times per week, and these travels have been the worst. Poppy hated being stuck in a box for 1.5 hours and not getting any attention, so she started crying and jumping, trying to eat her way out of the box. We also had to leave work super early in the morning, and we came back very late. So looking back, this was probably the most challenging time for me personally. In retrospective, even though it was absolute horror for me and I hated these train rides, it was actually amazing for Poppy. She learned early on how to travel and stay in a box for a long time. She learned to deal with all sorts of noises and smells, and also the social aspect to be with other dogs was actually really good for her. And nowadays she isn't scared of anything, and she calms down immediately when she's put in a box or a crate, and wherever we go she completely trusts us and she's not getting afraid of new places, so I guess it's a win. So in case you just got a puppy, make sure to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because your future self and your future dog will thank you for it. At this point in time, Poppy is nearly 2.5 years old, and she has calmed down a lot. She still has a lot of character and will give us a hard time every other day by destroying something or learning how to open the garbage bins or stealing things and hoarding them in her crate, or eating unidentifiable objects from the street, or running away from us in the park, There's always something, but the times where she just sleeps or is being lazy have increased immensely. Oh yeah, and we also moved across the globe a couple of months ago, and Poppy is dealing with it very well. In fact, I feel like she is the happiest I have ever seen her since we live here. The temperature in Australia is definitely to her liking, and we live right next to a huge park where she can run around and meet new dog friends on a daily basis. So she's thriving. When I started to scroll through my camera roll to find old videos of Poppy for this video, I realized again how far we have come as dog owners. Nowadays, I cannot even picture a life without Poppy anymore, and I love her more than anything in the world. It's hard to believe that in the beginning, I really doubted the whole getting a dog thing, but she makes me smile and love every day, and taking care of her is just making me happy. Poppy has such a sweet and curious character, and everyone that meets her immediately falls in love with her. I mean, who could blame them? She's the center of attention, like everywhere we go, and every time someone tells her how gorgeous she is, I can only full-heartedly agree with them. I'm not gonna say that I enjoyed the first 10 months of having a dog. I really didn't. But I somehow survived, and sometimes I wonder if it would have been easier if I knew how much joy she would bring me in the future. But I guess we will never know. Anyway, this girl is my world now, and any dog owner can understand that feeling. I hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into our journey. We came such a long way, both mentally and physically, and I'm so excited to see where life brings us next. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best day. And kiss your dog for me.